The URL for the database is humantraffickingdata.org, and it was initially funded by a Department of Justice grant. And what it is we're essentially collecting the universe, if possible, of federal human trafficking cases. So cases that have been prosecuted at the federal level on human trafficking, and not necessarily under the TVPA or the trafficking statutes. It could potentially be a trafficking case, but that was prosecuted for something other than trafficking, but that is clearly has trafficking elements in it. What we have so far is a universe of about 900 cases that have been prosecuted across the country, and we are coding for a lot of different information that we are culling from the case files, as well as from any media reports that have been written about the cases. Part of the analysis that we are able to do and will continue to be able to do is some geospatial analysis, looking at, for example, in the international cases, where are the victims coming from, and then what states are they going to? So do we see a disproportionate number of victims from, say, the Philippines going to, say, Virginia, than, for example, the Philippines to Texas? And then asking, okay, why is that? So if we see that pattern across many, many cases, there might be some kind of network analysis going on. In other words, there might be a network that is bringing people from the Philippines to Virginia more so than to Texas. Can we use this data from federally prosecuted cases to start to develop a broader understanding of the organized criminal networks that are at play? We also are able to examine who are the criminals in these cases, who are the individuals that are being prosecuted for trafficking, what is on average is the age, what on average is the gender, what on average is the race, what on average is the nationality, and how do those things vary by the type of trafficking that they're engaging in. And the data is bearing out that yes, there are major differences there, and that you can start to see patterns of behavior across different demographics. I also lead a study abroad on human trafficking in India. And the first time that I led this was in 2014, and it was at that time that we began partnering with Shakti Vahini. Shakti Vahini is one of the most effective organizations across all of India doing this work on sex trafficking, and it's really, really tough work. It's tough work everywhere, but it's particularly tough work in India. And we were so blessed and moved by their work and the way that they execute it, that I just felt like I really needed to continue to cultivate this relationship more deeply. Then the Discovering Global Citizenship initiative at TCU has a component called Global Innovator, and every year they pick a different global innovator from a specific region of the globe, and this year the global innovator needed to be from South Asia. And so I submitted a proposal, and what the proposal was to work with Ravi Kant and Shakti Vahini in creating a database, an open source searchable database of human trafficking cases that have been prosecuted in India. And we've been working really hard the past 2 days to determine exactly how we're going to go about doing this work and creating the database. But it's going to essentially be identical to the database that we've created in the United States. The exciting thing about this project is that it is the first database of human trafficking cases in both the United States and India that has a web application that allows anybody from the public to go and search for specific types of cases that they want.
I think national level data will be very helpful to advocate with the government, because many a times in absence of data people tend to take it lightly, or the lawmakers may ignore it. We are in the midst of getting a comprehensive legislation on human trafficking, and it is this point that such data is important. And lawmakers need to know as to how we are responding to such grave crimes. Many issues here in the United States and in India, since we are both democracies, are almost similar. Cases of trafficking, the types of trafficking, the various dynamics of trafficking, the way the traffickers are operating.
It allows people to get a sense of the breadth of the trafficking that's taking place in the United States.